Okay, folks, it is time for a new pattern at pattern-collections.com, and I will tell you that I did peek ahead to see what was on today's pattern, and turns out there's a reason for everything, folks, and it's a perfect pattern to do what I have in my head. So go to Pattern Focus, scroll down to today's pattern, which is this one. Vivid by Ina Sonnemoser. It is a really organic tangle. Look at this. Isn't that fun? And it's not really going to fit that well on the string. Now, I don't know that I'm going to even try to fit it on the string, because I've got something really cool I want to show you guys. I got a Facebook, or not a Facebook, a YouTube message on, you remember my video I did these tiles with the Tattered Angels spray? I tried the darker ones on one side and the paler ones on the other, and I had a whole lot of fun doing the mist sprays on these tiles. Well, somebody at Canvas Corp Brands, which is the parent company of Tattered Angels, I believe it was probably Shannon Green. Didn't say it came from Shannon Green, but I believe it was. She put a comment. They put a comment in my video thing that said, email us at Canvas Corp and we will send you an envelope full of goodies. And so I got my envelope full of goodies. I'm not going to show the addresses, but I got my envelope full of goodies and I pulled everything out, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. So it's sort of a little haul video. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. I got this lovely little note that says, "Hi Dawn, in appreciation of your using our glimmer mists and sharing on social media, we are sending you a few scraps from our stash. We thought you might enjoy having a variety of different papers to tangle on. All our best, Canvas Corp, Tattered Angels, and 7 Gypsies." Awesome, right? And so I got all sorts of things. There's some tile size. They're not quite, they're a little bit bigger than a tile, so it looks like they're 4 by 4 instead of 3.5 by 3.5, but some like manila type papers. There's a gray one, a dark gray. There's all these ones that are rectangular. Various papers. This one I might be able to cut into, well, maybe not, into squares. This one's like a textured paper, like a handmade type of paper. That's kind of cool. A white one. That one's kind of thick. It's thicker than normal cardstock, like a manila folder kind. There were these other ones. This one feels like a watercolor paper. That's awesome. And then there were tags. So there was like the, you know, cardboard type tags. There's a black one that's super thick, a white one that goes along with it. There's another piece of feels like watercolor paper, this interesting shaped tag, that one and that one. And then there's a couple of these vellum tags. Those will be fun. There's a little piece of canvas. There's this really thick, super duper thick watercolor paper with this fun torn edge. There's a triangle-y one, another little tag, another piece of triangle paper. Oh, that's got a tag. It's got a hole in it. Okay, and then, oh, one more. And then there was another little tag with a note on it, and it said, "We've also included a small piece of art from our crew." And so I got a little piece of art from, I don't know if you guys know Gina Bronzini Ahrens, but I watch her all the time on YouTube. And so I have an ATC done by Gina Ahrens. Isn't that awesome? I have some original art from Gina Ahrens. I'm excited. And then it looks like I got one of her her feather stickers. So I'm just so excited for this envelope full. I mean, it was stuffed full. I don't think she could have gotten one more thing in that envelope full of all sorts of goodies that I got in the mail yesterday. And so I thought I would use one of those tiles for today's tangle. So I don't think I'm going to use the string. I'm just going to draw straight on this tile. I'm going to use, instead of using my usual Le Pen drawing pen, I'm going to use this Micron PN pen, the one with the plastic nib, in a, it's not black, it's like a dark brown color. And I'm going to do today's tangle right on the Shimmer Mist, Glimmer Mist tile. So here it is. Shannon Green on her videos has often said that she can't draw, she doodles, she can't draw, and she can't do Zentangle, and I beg to differ. I know for a fact on her videos she can do this teardrop shape, because she said that's one of her shapes that she can do, is this teardrop. Well, you do 3 teardrops and then you draw around them 2 times. And then you do 3 more teardrops. And then you draw around them all the way around 2 times. And then you put more teardrops in those little spots. And then you draw around them. And you keep going until it's as big as you want it to be. I think she could do this. I challenge her to do this if she ever sees this video. So, Vivid by Ina Sona Moser. Let's give this a go, and I'm just going to kind of start it in the middle of the tile, right in here somewhere, and see what happens. So we want a, I'm going to have to turn my light just slightly so it doesn't reflect up into my eyes. This, I must say, these Glimmer Mist sprays are super shiny. Look at that. And so see that kind of really shiny? That's what I get when I look down at the tile. You guys get a nice thing, but I get a kind of a reflection. So I'm going to have to kind of sit off to the side in order to do this one. So we want teardrops. 3 of them. Kind of random. There we go. And then we draw around it. And we draw around it again. The reason I decided to use this pen, besides the fact that it wasn't black, I wanted to try something that wasn't completely black on this tile. But, and you know, I've got this little blob here. I'm going to make all of them have that same kind of blob at the end of the teardrop, just so they match. Because when you have an unintended line, you just make another unintended line until all the lines look like they were intended. That's how you do it. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I used this pen because it doesn't have the standard micron nib. And that standard micron nib, I know, will be clogged quicker than I can speak with the little glitters. So I can't use that. I'm going to do that same thing to every single one of these now that I started, to all the teardrops. Give them that kind of a little bit of shading at the bottom. So I thought that the plastic nib would be a good alternative so I wouldn't have that issue. Okay, and then we go around. This is super easy, you guys. You can do this 2 times. You want to go around. And you'll notice I'm turning my tile to make it the most advantageous for me. Not that I can't draw over the other side, but it's hard for me to see it because of the angle of the light. I actually almost have to draw with my face like right where the camera is, but okay. And then we want to do again. Because my first 3 teardrops were not evenly spaced, my thing is a little oddball, but you know what? I really don't care. Teardrops. Fill in the bottom. A little shading. Like that. Because I really don't need to do any pencil shading on this tile because of all the color on here already. Don't think I'll need to use any pencil shading. Just gonna fill up this tile. Teardrops and lines. That's all it is. Come on, Shannon, you can do this. Challenging you. And just go around 2 times, and then in each one of those little bits we're going to add another teardrop until the whole thing is filled up as much as you want to fill it up. I think on this side my teardrops are going to be kind of smaller. And when I get over here, they're going to be bigger because I have more room over here. I'm a little off on my spacing. But that's okay. This is a very organic thing happening here. Like that. And then do that little bit of shading with my pen. Been really inspired this week to maybe get my paints out again. I really don't have a place to paint. And when I bring them out, I have to clean them up every time. So I haven't been painting lately. But I really do enjoy doing mixed media journaling. And I've been watching Dee Willingham and reverse collage. Fascinating. And I found some magazines at the library bookstore today that might work really well for that. So since I have a few more days off from work, well, the day you see this, I will be going back to work tomorrow, but I'm recording this ahead, so I do have a few more days off from work, and I can't really do much physically because of my knee. Still trying to keep it, I want it to heal as much as it possibly can before I have to go back to work, because you know, I stand all day, I walk all day, I bend all day. I am pretty physically active in my job, so I really want my knee to be as best as it can be before I go back. Okay, one more time around, and then I think I'll do one more row of teardrops. Somewhere I will find the beginning again. There it is. Do I want another row, or do I want to leave it like that? I think I want to leave it like that. But it's feeling like it wants something around this side. And I'm thinking maybe I just want to do a little crosshatch shading, just like that, just flicking. Just like that. Which is what I did inside of here. Something like that. A little bit more right there. I want it darker right on that edge. Yeah, okay. That's working. That's working for me. There goes my phone again. It's been going like crazy today. Something like that. I feel like I actually have to look up into the camera to see what I'm seeing, because the reflection is so... Okay, I need to zoom out so I can see how much shading to put. I only want to go to about here. And this side needs to be really just hardly anything. Like that. Just barely. that. Maybe a little bit up here. I'm just barely touching the paper with the pen. And then a little bit right in here. And then I'll be done. And then I'll have to see, because these papers are two-sided, I'll have to see if I find a tangle that I really feel like it wants to live on the other side. The other side is more pastel-like, so it might be a more delicate tangle that wants to live over there than this. I don't know. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly right. I'll turn it that way. Okay, it's going to live this way. And its name, again, make sure I get the name right, is Vivid. There we go. And I am done. Pretty sure I'm done. You know, my little teardrop things are telling me they want a little bit more, but just along one side. Oops. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. All the same side or different sides? Like that. There we go. That's better. It didn't, I don't know why it said it wanted a little bit more, but it did. It said it wanted a little bit more. And it also is kind of telling me it wants a little bit of white highlighting. But maybe not white. Might want, let me see what the yellow looks like. Ugh, is that too yellow? Just a teeniest bit. This is that Decories paint pen from Sakura. I'll show it to you in a sec. I usually use the white one. I've not used this yellow one before. I actually just now took the little plastic nib thing off. But for some reason it was telling me it wants highlights as well. What time is it? It is too early for anybody to be home, so that must be a delivery. Because, heaven forbid, we should have a day without a delivery at this house. Okay. Just barely touching the page, putting just little dots. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this was a Sakura Decorees pen. They came in a set of pastels. I don't know if you can buy the color one separate. The white can come separate. I got pink and blue and purple and yellow. So I just used the yellow one because I thought it would not be quite as stark as the white one. But it wanted, my tile wanted highlights. Doesn't usually want highlights, but it did this time. Okay, is it done now? I guess it's done. Okay, I was just stopping to listen to my tile because, you know, you got to listen to your tile. It will tell you when it's done. You'll have this incredible urge to add more stuff, and then you'll have this crazy, incredible urge to stop. It's very strange. And sometimes, you know, you think you're done and it will say, no, you're going to do something else. So, yeah, listen to your tiles. The more you draw, the more you will trust your instincts. Yeah, there goes the UPS truck. That's what I was hearing. The more you draw, the more you will trust your instincts. And, you know, just let it go. Let go of all those preconceived things in your head of what you thought the tile was going to look like before you started drawing. And if you get rid of that out of your head, which I know is really, really hard to do, but in this year that I've been drawing, I've really have stopped imagining what it's supposed to look like before I even start drawing. I've stopped doing that. I used to do that a lot. I used to think, oh, well, this is exactly what I'm going to do. And I've stopped doing that. And I'm happier. And I'm happier with my tiles. And I'm just happier while I'm drawing to just let the drawing happen as it's going to happen. I never know what's going to come out of my pen. I really don't. All I know is that this is the pattern that I was going to draw. But other than that, I don't know how it's going to be at the end. And, you know, I could have measured it out and made sure that this was started closer to the center, although I thought I started pretty centered. But since my first three weren't exactly evenly spaced, it ended up where more things were on this side than on this side. But you know, I just dealt with it and I made it work, and I like it. And it's shiny and sparkly. Look at all that sparkly. I don't know, you can't even really appreciate the sparkle on. I know that other artists try to show the sparkle. The camera just doesn't pick up the sparkle like your eye does. So anyway, I really like it. I have this other side that's all pastels that I can work on next time. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it just like that. You guys have a great day. I will see you next time. Go out and do something nice for somebody and make your little corner of the world a better place. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.